Enggak pernah.
Mana tadi tuh?
Masuk
Apa?
Hey, Assalamualaikum. Good
Good afternoon, everyone. Okay, first of all, hello, Dr. Ridho. Are you here? Are you can listening my voice?
Okay, good.
Okay, so we can start. Okay, him. Okay, welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Good afternoon. Welcome to the International Government and Political Summer School. We already in the third day. So I am Muhammad Hagi Ramansa and I'll be your moderator for this session. We have an exciting topic lined up, politics and election. Now let me introduce our speaker, Dr. Ridho Al-Hamdi. He is an accomplished scholar in the field of the political science. With an impressive academic background, Dr. Ridho obtained his bachelor's degree in Islamic philosophy from Sunan Kalijaga State Islamic University, followed by his master's degree in the political science from University of Gajah Mada. Additionally, he pursued his doctorate degree in the political science from Technical University of Dortmund in Germany, further enriching his expertise in the subject. So currently, Dr. Ridho Al-Hamdi serves as the Vice Dean for Academic Innovation and Cooperation at the Faculty of Social and Political Science in Muhammadiyah University of Yogyakarta. Moreover, he holds the esteemed position of the head of the Political Science Department at the same university, demonstrating his commitment to academic excellence and research in this field. So now without further ado, I invite Dr. Ridho Al-Hamdi to share his insight on the politics and election. Dr. Ridho, we are eager to hear from you.
Okay, thank you very much, the moderator, Mas Hagi, ya. And good afternoon, everyone. I wish all of you always in good health, ya. Okay, I forgot to ask how many participants and which campuses maybe I need to get the information, yeah. Maybe moderator can inform me.
Okay, Doctor. So we have around 50 participants. So the university they came is from University of Mindanao, universities of Bukso, the Thai, and then
which country?
Mindanao is from Philippines, bro.
Philippines.
Okay. So we have University of the Visayas, and then we have an audience from the Mahidol University of Thailand, and then from the Mahidol University also, yeah, and then yeah, maybe around that 4 university, doctor.
Okay, so all of them from Southeast Asia, yeah. There is no from outside Southeast Asian countries, yeah. No one, yeah. Okay, thank you very much. So right now I'm going to present my topics on politics and elections, yeah. So maybe this is my presentation. I will share to you my PowerPoint at least maybe 30 minutes, yeah. After that, we can discuss and talks on the topics, yeah. So, yeah, the moderator already introduced me, yeah. That's currently I'm Vice Dean, Faculty of Social and Political Sciences. My expertise is political parties, election, and democracy. And this is some of my book, yeah. Most of them in Bahasa Indonesia, and some of them is in English, but most my scientific paper, yeah, research-based paper, can be found in the internet, in ResearchGate, in Scopus database, and other international journal. Yeah, you can find it in the internet. Okay, so First of all, I would like to say thank you very much to IGoP, yeah, already invited me to join as one of the speakers in the session, yeah. The topic is on politics and election. So we will discuss about a democracy. We will discuss about the election and the specific issues inside the topic. Yeah. So because I believe that most of you from social and political sciences, yeah, if you are not from such a field, yeah, maybe we can discuss and you can discuss with the other participants. Yeah. So first is, what is politics? Yeah, this is a basic question everybody can ask, even ordinary people, ordinary citizen can ask, yeah, about what is politics. Yeah, Horace Laswell, political scientist from America, published a book. The title is Politics. Yeah, who gets what, how, and when. Yeah. So in the politics, yeah, indeed, we will discuss, yeah, about who gets what, yeah, in the politics. Because inside the politics, you can find a power, you can find a position. So everybody likes a power, everybody like a position. Yeah. So this is discussed about, if I join in your coalition, if I join in your groups, what I get. Yeah, this is a normal question. In the coalition, in political party, yeah, everybody will ask what I will get. Yeah, not only cash money, but maybe I will get a network. I will get or I will receive the another benefits when I join the coalition, when I join in the political party. Yeah. So this is discuss about who gets what and how I can receive that's a benefit. Yeah, this is discuss about the strategy. Yeah, this is discuss about the way we will gain such achievement, such a goal. And when this is related to the specific time, if I join, if you join, if we join in the coalition, when the exact time will receive the position. This is discussed about the turn, yeah, about the time someone will receive, will achieve the position, will achieve the goal, even maybe will achieve the power inside the government. Yeah. So that is the politics. Yeah. In the politics, we recognize what we call as a democracy. Yeah. From uh, the word of democracy is coming from the Greek, yeah, demos and kratos. That's power is controlled by people and for people. Yeah, that is democracy. So that's why we know what we call as one person, one vote, one value. Oppo, yeah, one person. There is no difference between president and taxi driver, that's the president vote and the driver vote is same, yeah. And one vote, one value. There is no difference. That is in democracy. Even though that's there is a problem, yeah, in the democracy. Okay. And the other concept on politics is making possible impossible and making possible impossible. Yeah. So if you recognize the movie Mission Impossible, yeah, that's right now still yeah, still available, yeah, in the theater, yeah. Mission Impossible, the Death Reckoning, yeah. I don't know what the specific issue, what the specific title in Mission Impossible, yeah. So maybe, yeah, in the politics, maybe this candidates is possible will be elected, but in the politics, it is possible. It is possible that the candidate will be not elected. So that is making possible impossible, or maybe making impossible, yeah, become possible. These candidates has no possibilities will be elected. Yeah, this is impossible. Even maybe no one predict, yeah, that's the candidate will win the election. But in the politics, everything possible. So maybe the candidate, yeah, will be elected because of in the politics everything's can possible. Yeah, that is politics. It is just an introduction. The next slide. What is democracy? Yeah, this is the book on the title on the third wave. Yeah, written by Samuel Huntington, a political scientist of America. Yeah, from America. According to Huntington, there are three stages. Yeah, in the democracy. The first stage is that in the democracy can start with the end of an authoritarian regime. So the first condition, yeah, if a state will be a democratic, yeah, it should the authoritarian regime should be ended. Yeah, should be ended. Yeah, I don't know. In the Philippines, maybe you recognize Ferdinand Marcos. Yeah, I don't know how many years ago. Yeah, but maybe his regime is authoritarian, and the next after Ferdinand Marcos, yeah. So Philippines being a democratic state, like in Indonesia, President Suharto. Yeah, after President Suharto in 1998, Indonesia was being a democratic state. So in the democratic states, it can be started with the end of authoritarian regime. The second stage is the installation, yeah, of a democratic regime. Maybe there is a change, there is amendment of a constitution, there is maybe the creation of a democratic institution, maybe the institution of human rights national commission, maybe there is corruption eradication commission, yeah, and also maybe the installation of independent national commission for the election, yeah, maybe. So that is the installation of a democratic regime, yeah. And the regulation, yeah, there is a change in the regulation, national or maybe local regulation. And the last, if the authoritarian regime can be thrown from the country and all democratic regimes, yeah, already installed, yeah, inside the state, yeah. So the last stage of the democratic process is the consolidation of a democratic regime. Yeah, that is the three stages of the democratic state. So what is the consolidated democracy? Yeah, because consolidated democracy is the last stage and the goal of the democracy. So consolidated democracy is the internalization of a democratic norms. What's that? Procedures and expectation where actors instinctively conform to the agreed rules, even when they compete intensively, yeah, according to Rostow. The next, consolidated democracy is characterized by, unconsolidated democracy, yeah, this is contradicted with consolidated, yeah. Unconsolidated, yeah, consolidated democracy will be failed if characterized by a weak democratic institution, yeah, like political parties, like civil society, yeah. Then the dominance of patrimonialism in social relations, yeah. There is patron and client relation, yeah. This is not good. Poor law enforcement, yeah. This is also, yeah, the problems in most Southeast Asian countries, yeah. A lot of violence, a lot of problems, yeah, in maybe in drug, in corruption, yeah, because of poor law enforcement. The lack of separation power, yeah. If you recognize what so-called trias politica, the separation of power between legislative, executive, and judicative, if the separation of power in three interrelated power, that's the characteristic of unconsolidated democracy. Yeah. Then the use of violence in political competition, that's very, very terrible in democracy. Yeah. The instrumentalization of ethno-religious sentiments by political leaders and so forth. Maybe a certain leader, yeah, a certain leader use ethno-religious sentiments, yeah, to maybe to discriminate other religions or minority groups, yeah, that is not fair. This is part of the discrimination, yeah. Okay, that is a democracy, and that is democratic consolidation or consolidated democracy and unconsolidated democracy, yeah. Okay, in the democracy, you should know that there are three scenarios, yeah, according to Merkel and Croissant. So the goal of democracy is not always happy, yeah. It's not always prosperity, yeah. In democracy, there are three at least scenarios, yeah. I don't know what goes on in Indonesia, what's going on in Philippines, in Thailand, yeah. Right now, yeah. Thailand, yeah, everybody, anyone of you from Thailand, yeah. Right now, Thailand is classified as a not democratic state, yeah. A lot of conflict, a lot of political turmoil, yeah, and the politic is dominated by in Thailand, yeah, by military, yeah. Okay, so what's the three scenarios of democracy? Yeah, the first is the regression scenario, yeah. This is the bad scenario, yeah, and the worst scenario, yeah. The regression scenario of being caught in a cycle of political crisis, yeah. Some political regime, some partial regimes are seriously damaged in this scenario, as seen in Belarus, Russia, and Chechnya, yeah. Electoral regimes, yeah, I forgot. There are 5 characteristics of electoral regime, yeah. So a democratic regime, I mean. So there are 5 specific the characteristic of democratic regime. So if some partial regime damage, yeah, seriously, yeah, so this is part of the regression scenario, yeah. You can find in Belarus, Russia, and Chechnya. The second stability in second scenario is the stability scenario, where we can expect to see neither a trajectory toward a consolidated democracy, yeah, in the near future, or a regression. So not consolidated, yeah, in the near future, need extra energy, yeah, how to reach consolidated democracy. But this is hard to set back in the regression, because some indicators is impossible, because there is a control, there is independent democratic institution. So this is still also impossible to turn back in a regression. Merkel and Croissant classify Philippines, Thailand, Ukraine, Russia in a border case, yeah, and more Central American countries, yeah, as an example in the stability scenario. And the last, the progression scenario, yeah. And in the stability scenario, Indonesia, I think, include in this scenario. In the best scenario, yeah, is the progression scenario, which is the best scenario, where the case of Slovakia can be depicted as transforming from a defective democracy to a consolidated democracy. Other examples can be found in Taiwan and Chile. It is unclear which of the 3 scenarios will develop in new democracies. Yeah, this is 3 of democratic scenario. Okay. In the democratic states, yeah, of course, you know, political parties and political parties, as the main, as the main actors, who will compete in the election. In some countries, maybe individual, a person can join in the election. It depends on the regulation inside the country. But political parties is a dominating a group, who join the election, and the party can decide, the goals of the states. So political parties join the election, and the election will create, the leaders in legislative, and parliaments, whether in the national, in provincial, even in the county or municipal level. Then in the executive, from the president, from the governor. This is in executive is applied in a country which adopt presidentialism. In parliamentarianism, in the parliamentarianism system, presidential election is nothing, only legislative, and the prime minister or the president is elected by a member of parliament, and legislative and and executive will elect the judicial wings. But it depends on the country. Sometimes judicial wings is elected by independent body. It depends. Okay, so the key elements of democracy, at least three, fair election, free and fair, there is no cheating, each candidate, which compete inside the election should, apply fair and campaign in constitutional manner. There is no violence. So they compete with the ideas, not with the violence. And then in the democracy, expression is freedom. So freedom of expression. Sometimes in some countries, the government still ban, or maybe will give a punishment to society, to citizens, who criticize the governments. So this is not good in democracy. So in the democracy, freedom of expression is needed. And the last is civil society. Like in Indonesia, civil society is key. Government give civil society a freedom to organize a lot of activities, sometimes as a partner of the government, as a partner of government in the national development. Okay, this is the current situation, of freedom of the world. This is annual report, annual report released by Freedom House. Freedom House is international independent research body, centered in New York, America. Freedom House always release annual report on the democracy around the world. This is the last situation. in 2022. Yeah, you know that there are three categories. Yeah, there are three categories. Yeah, freedom has three categories. Free is indicating a full democratic state. Partly free indicate that the state is semi-democratic, and the last is not free. This is fully not democratic. And the other color, yeah, the dark color is not assessed. I don't know, because maybe there is a problem. So we can look, yeah, free democratic state, 17 countries, yeah, most of them in Western European countries, yeah, Iceland, United Kingdom, France, Italy, Germany, Estonia, Serbia, Georgia, Armenia, Canada, United States, Costa Rica, Argentina, Australia, Japan, Taiwan, South Africa, yeah. No one full democratic in Southeast Asia. Most of Southeast Asia is categorized partly free. Yeah, there are 32 partly free countries. Yeah, most Southeast Asian countries are categorized partly free. Yeah, even Singapore, Indonesia, Malaysia, Cambodia, Philippines. Yeah, but for Thailand and Vietnam are categorized as not free. Yeah, you can confirm. Yeah, this is the specific report is free download in the internet. You just type in the Google, yeah, Freedom House annual report. Yeah, and you can find annual report from 2022, 2021, and so on in the past. Yeah, even in 2004 and so on and so forth. Yeah, this is the situation of the democratic state around the world. Yeah, not free. Russia, Kazakhstan, Uzbekistan, China, yeah, and so on. Saudi, Egypt, not assessed because of maybe conflict inside the country. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. That is in the previous slide is Freedom House annual report. This is democracy index released by the Economist Intelligence Unit. Yeah. Centered in London. Yeah. The Economist is a popular magazine in the UK and also the international independent institution, which assess democracy index around the world. If Freedom House has three categories: free, partly free, and not free, The Economist has four categories: full democratic, full democracies, flawed democracies, and hybrid democracies, and the last is authoritarian regime. Yeah, let's see. In Southeast Asia, most of them is in the flawed democracies. Yeah, most of Southeast Asian countries is flawed democracies. Maybe this is equal with semi-democratic state. Some of situation in the Southeast Asian democracy is defective. Defective. Okay, this is in the picture in the global map. We can discuss, or maybe you can read for more specifically inside the web. You can download it free. Yeah. So this is the current situation of democratic around the world. Yeah, almost same. The pattern is almost same with the Freedom House. Yeah, full democracies. Most of them located in Western Europe. Yeah, Australia. Yeah, full democracies in the top position always. Yeah, belonging to Norwegia. Yeah, Norwegia always in the top position as the secure, as the safest country of the world. Yeah, that's why Norwegia always in the top position, because the country can fulfill all requirement of the world. Yeah. Okay. So that is about politics and democracy. Yeah. So in the democracy, yeah, the main element of democracy is election. Yeah. Election as the basic stage if a country adopt democratic system. Yeah, if democratic system without election, that is nothing. Yeah, that is bullshit. Yeah, so in the so election is a basic need, a basic requirement, and election around the world is spreading, is different. Yeah, so the concept of democracy, yeah, has various electoral system around the world. In this screen, yeah, I present to you on families of electoral system. Yeah, so at least there are four main electoral system. Yeah, the first is what we call as plurality or majority electoral system. This is simple electoral system. Yeah. The second is proportional representation system. The third is mixed system, and the others is other system which cannot be classified in plurality or majority, proportional representation, and mixed system. Yeah, so like Indonesia adopt proportional representation system. Yeah, mainly in list PR, in open list PR. Malaysia, yeah, adopt plurality or majority system, mainly first past the post, yeah, FPTP. Philippines, if I'm not mistaken, yeah, adopt parallel system, yeah. Maybe anyone confirm that's Philippines adopts parallel system, yeah, if I'm not mistaken, yeah. Germany adopt mixed member proportional, yeah, MP, so adopt mixed member proportional system. So I will introduce you the difference each other. So in the plurality or majority system, this is a simple and easy system. So if a candidate can collect the vote at least minimum 50% plus one, yeah, he is or she is the winner of the election. Yeah, she is the winner. Like maybe in your school, in your campus, if there is election, yeah, there is maybe election for campus senate, student senate, yeah, or maybe whatever, any organization, if they can collect majority, so he or she is the winner. Yeah, that is plurality or majority. There are a lot of differences, yeah. First past the post, block vote, party block vote, alternative vote, and two-round system, yeah. But for block vote and party block vote, most democratic states is leaving these two systems. So most countries still adopt first past the post, mainly the British countries, yeah, and its colonialization like India and Malaysia and also America, yeah. Alternative food, yeah, you can find in Australia. Two-round system is applied maybe in the executive election, yeah. Like in presidential election, there are two-round system, like in France, yeah. Okay, this is the example of ballot paper in India, in Indian election, yeah. The name of the party is, I don't know, I cannot read the paper, yeah. But this is India adopt FPTP, first past the post, yeah. The next, this is alternative vote, yeah. So maybe we can discuss later if you need to if you need an explanation, yeah. Alternative vote, yeah, is applied some of countries are Australia and Papua New Guinea, yeah. So in alternative vote system, the voter can vote a candidate more than one, yeah. So a voter can give his or her vote, yeah, for more one candidate, yeah. And then, yeah, because there is a blank, yeah, a blank box, yeah, yeah, blank box inside the picture, yeah. So the voter can give a rank, yeah, can give a rank to the candidate. For example, you can give number 1 for Epli Liga Mamada, number 1. Number 2, John Dakufula. And number 3, you can give to rank number 3, yeah, Pakala Laburere. Yeah, maybe this is Papua New Guinea, I think, name, yeah. So this is example, yeah, not food with what's a normal give mark maybe, but this is give rank, yeah. That is alternative food, yeah. But in FPTP, yeah, in the India, you just give mark, yeah. That is standard normal, yeah. Okay. In proportional representation system, yeah, proportional representation, the winning of the candidate is based on the quota, yeah, on the quota. So it is different from the plural and majority system, yeah. If in the majority system, the candidates who receive the majority, at least 50% and one, he is the winner. But in the PR system, PR is proportional representation, the winning of the candidate winning, yeah, is based on the quota. So maybe, for example, in Indonesia, so in one district, yeah, in one electoral district, there is a quota of the seat, maybe 5, yeah. So in this district, the candidate should compete, yeah, to collect maybe 100 votes, yeah, to receive a seat in this electoral district, yeah. So the winning of the candidate is based on the quota inside the electoral district. In this PR system, yeah, the threshold, yeah, the parliamentary threshold usually is applied. So the political party should reach the minimum of the parliamentary threshold, yeah. And in this PR system, there is a method how to convert from the vote to the seat, yeah. Because this is not the method how to count this, the vote to the seats is not applied in the plurality system, but this is applied in PR system. Yeah, that is the basic explanation on proportional representation system. This is an example, a closed list PR. Yeah, because in PR system, we know there is least proportional representation and single transferable vote. This is just for introduction, yeah, because in my campus, student should take one folk credit, yeah, in one semester. Yeah, this is just an introduction, short introduction, one semester, yeah, brief, yeah, shortly in one session. Closed list PR. This is an example, yeah, not clear, I think. Mixed system, yeah, the mixed member proportional and parallel system. So the system is combined between plurality system and PR system. Yeah, this is a combination like what's going on in Germany. So the voters can vote in maybe left side of the ballot paper for the majority system, and a voter can also vote in the right side of the papers for the PR system. So the difference, yeah, if in the plurality or majority system and PR system, a voter only give one vote in one system. In mixed system, voters can give his vote for 2 systems in one ballot papers. A little bit confused, yeah, my explanation, yeah, but this is only an introduction, but no problem. You just, oh, this is a lot of differences, yeah, among electoral system. And the other system, we know single non-transferable vote, limited vote, and Burda count, yeah. Let's see, because I don't know, almost 1 hour, yeah. Okay, I think that's enough, my presentation. And this is just an introduction on politics and election, yeah, mainly on democracy and election around the world. Thank you, the moderator.
Hey, thank you, Dr. Ridho, for such a fascinating presentation. Now it's time for the question and answer session. Please feel free to raise your hand or type your question in the chat, and we will address them one by one. Thank you. Okay, for Harvey Feltupo, please unmute your microphone. You can introduce yourself first, then you can asking the question. Thank you.
Okay, my name is Harvey Vertulfo from the University of the Visayas. Dr. Al-Hamdi, my question would be: Is an authoritarian democracy possible where the head of state or the president was installed democratically, but runs the country as if it was an authoritarian government? That's all. Thank you.
Sorry, once again, once more. The specific.
Okay, so is an authoritarian democracy possible where the head
Mm.
of state or the president is installed or is elected democratically, but he runs the country as if it was an authoritarian nation?
Okay.
But and as for him going out of term, that would also be done democratically.
Okay.
That's all. Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. I should answer directly or maybe continue with other question.
It's based on you, doctor. You want to answer? Okay. If we continue, it's okay.
Maybe three questions, yeah, and then
Okay.
I will answer.
Okay, doctor. So the next question, mungkin maybe for the Milky Way, you can unmute your microphone and asking the question. Thank you.
Thank you. Good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon, doctor. Um, there's this phenomenon in the Philippines where celebrities, notorious criminals, and infamous political figures run for public office and electoral posts. And rather politics being a vocation as stated by Max Weber, politics here in the Philippines is characterized as being harnessed by those people who want to have access to governmental powers and the responsibilities associated with it. And rather than politics being a vocation, it is now used by the very same people as a means of as a source of income or some sort of an occupational job to provide for their families. So my question, doctor, is given these circumstances, can we still consider the commodification of politics or the politics as entertainment phenomenon a part of a consolidated democracy, or does this undermine the our aspiration for a genuine democratic governance? Thank you.
Okay.
Okay. For the next question, Trixie, I think, yeah, you can unmute and you can asking the question. Thank you.
So, good afternoon, everyone. So,
Yeah.
here's my question, sir. So, as a manifestation of a democratic country, so as you made mention earlier, sir, one of the essential features is freedom of expression, the right to speak, the right to be heard, and the right to express ourselves. However, freedom of expression have been linked to several issues such as violations of private life, defamation, hate speech, pornography, and such. And with that being said, sir, do you think there is a need by the democratic governments to limit free speech, or will it be a violation to democracy? Thank you, sir.
Yeah. Okay, that's enough for the first group of the question, yeah. Okay, so I will answer. Thank you to the a good question, yeah, from Ferduflo, Milky, and Kirt, yeah. Okay, so uh, this is the problem of a democratic consolidation in the third world countries, yeah, including us, yeah. Philippines, Indonesia is the third world country, yeah. That is democratic, but the leaders run the systems undemocratically, yeah. The president, yeah, manage rule the governments, maybe with his power authority, yeah. The use maybe violence, yeah, to control every single movement of society who will criticize the governments, yeah, including corruptor, yeah, artists, and maybe other thief, yeah. Legislative with, you know, thief, yeah, thief, legislative, executive, judicative. You pay attention with my grammar, yeah. You know, thief, yeah. So this is also a problem, yeah, in democratic, this is a democratic problems in the third world countries, yeah, including freedom of expression. It is also the global problems, yeah. In Southeast Asian countries, even, yeah, even in America, even in some European countries, yeah. This is a global trend, yeah. Freedom House, yeah, annual Freedom House release, yeah, its annual report in 2021 and 2020, yeah. That's freedom of expression, and also the word in the dangerous situation, yeah. This is current global trend, yeah. Even in the COVID situation, yeah, in the COVID situation, some countries, yeah, some countries, yeah, the leaders, yeah, take an advantage the COVID situation, yeah, and take advantage take advantage of this COVID situation to run the government, to control the government powerfully. They can change some regulation on based on the statement to save the country because of the COVID, yeah. After my explanation, I will give a video, yeah, on democracy, yeah. That's there is problems in the concept of a democracy, yeah. Basically, freedom of expression is the basic need, yeah, in the democracy, but most democratic states cannot apply, cannot realize freedoms of expression, yeah. This is because of the national stability. Government will maybe control, yeah, everything's, yeah. There is no one can criticize the government because if the critic, yeah, is always, yeah, happening, yeah, so the national development, yeah, is not run very well, because a lot of people criticize the government and so on and so forth. Yeah, this is the problem in the global trend of democracy. Let's see, I will share to you, yeah, a short movie. Let's see, wait a minute, yeah. Wait a minute. Where is the video, yeah? Mhm. I forgot maybe. Mm, 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 mm. Okay, I will find the video, yeah, but we can continue first to the next question, yeah, Mas Hagi. I think I will find the video, yeah. Yo, maybe continue with that's maybe my answer, yeah, to the question of the three questions, yeah, I think.
Okay, thank you, doctor, for the answer. So we can continue to the next question. Maybe P. Oliveros, you can unmute your microphone and asking the question. Thank you.
Good afternoon, everyone. So my question, sir, is election or suffrage is a fundamental element of a democratic state. So electoral system plays a crucial role in determining who will assume the seat in the government. In various of countries, state has its own mechanism to elect. The more complex the electoral system, the more costly and time-consuming and the electoral process can be, and also it requires intelligent voters for more complex electoral system. So in developing countries, every cent and every time or every second matters. So this leads me to ask, how can a state determine if its electoral system does not serve its purpose? And how can state modify their electoral system in order to fit their own suitable mechanism to serve its purpose?
Okay. Suitable system, ya. Okay, V, ya. The name is V.
Okay, doctor. Okay, we shall continue to the next question. So Princess Mary tomorrow, you can unmute your microphone, please.
Hello. First, I'd like to apologize for the very noisy background, but hi, I'm Princess Marie Tomorrow from Central Mindanao University. So thank you for your talk, doctor. So my question would be, flawed practices that undermines democracy are prevalent in countries who identifies themselves to be democratic. For example, in the Philippines, the party politics is being filled with political butterflies and even turncoats. In Mexico, part of their political culture is the patron-client relation. And in Japan, they have this internal thing which they call the iron triangle, which is used in accommodating each other in politics. With that being said, would countries still be able to identify itself as someone or as something that is on its way to consolidated democracy when actions to do so is founded and is based on these flawed political maneuverings and flawed government practices? Thank you.
Mm-hmm. So do you mean princess, yeah? How to, for example, Philippine, yeah? How the Philippine can decide its relevant electoral system for the country, yeah? Do you mean, yeah?
would these countries with this different political maneuvering still be able to identify themselves as countries that is on their way of consolidated democracy when its path to consolidated democracy is founded by these political maneuverings, sir?
Okay, okay, thank you.
Okay, maybe for the last question, Eliza Polo, you can unmute your microphone and ask the question. Thank you.
Yes, hello. Good afternoon. I am Eliza Polo from Central Mindanao University. So, my question would be, I'm out of concern because I am a student organization officer of my school, Central Mindanao University. So, as Maid mentioned earlier, that election is an important, is very important in a state. Now, my question, one of the issues or the problems that we encounter in Central Mindanao University is the students' apathy or the passiveness of students. Now, I am going to ask Doctor, what strategies can you give us that we could actually apply or kind of convince our students that their votes actually matter?
Sorry,
That's
what
it for me.
the last word? What the last word you
What
say?
I what strategies could you suggest that we can actually apply to our organization that could convince the students that their votes are actually matter, that their
Okay.
votes matter rather? Thank you.
Okay. Okay, thank you for the question. Wait a minute. I forgot in which file I saved the video. Yeah. Wait a minute. Oh, okay. I got the video. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I will share to you the first video. Yeah. Before I answer your question. Yeah.
Guys,
You got the voice?
Yes, Doctor.
Yes,
Okay. So it's clear. Yeah. The voice. Yeah.
yes, clear, Doctor.
Okay. Yeah.
I think this video will make some people angry. Really? What is it? Well, it's about democracy. Democracy is good, right? Well, that's exactly the problem. Hi, let's talk about democracy. When I was a kid, I was taught that democracy is the best. When you give one vote to one human and you let them vote in elections, you get a good government. But now that I'm older, I realize that I am wrong. The average voter doesn't know how to vote, and that's why democracy doesn't work. Take this example. Let's assume you're going on a plane, but before you fly, you and the passengers must democratically elect a captain. So you get two candidates. The first one says, if you let me fly the plane, I will abide by international laws of aviation and fly at 30,000 feet. But the second one says, if you let me fly the plane, you can sit in business class. And in today's world, the average person votes based on emotions and lack of information. So naturally, they will vote as a person that promised them a business class. Democracy will elect a terrible person who's never flown a plane. And before you know it, we all crash. I am convinced that running a government is just like flying a plane. It's hard and it takes experience, years and years of experience. Tariffs, nuclear weapons, geopolitics, healthcare, borders. These problems need real professionals. It takes 10 years to be able to fly a plane. But in our government, anyone can vote and anyone can run. Democracy changes government every 4 years, but the real problems need 20 years to fix. Democracy is a good idea, but is it the best idea? Take China and India, for example. China, with its central government, lifted 300 million people out of poverty, while India, with its democracy, has 300 million people in poverty. I don't like China, but for some reason, they are succeeding. Don't get me wrong, dictatorship is not the answer. It is never the answer. But there might be alternatives to democracy that are worth exploring. Technocracy, epistocracy are just two examples. But for now, the problem is real. In the world's biggest democracies, politicians use fake news, lies, fears, and free money to get attention. And the democratic system allows voters to believe them in the millions. We are voting for people who promise us a business class and they don't even know how to fly. As someone once famously said, the best case against democracy is a 5-minute conversation with the average voter. Let's fix democracy before we crash. See you next week.
Okay, do you got the point from the video? Yeah, I wish you got the point. Yeah, that's the democracy. Yeah, not always a best idea. Yeah, how to fix all problems. Yeah, I mean, citizens' problem. Yeah, but the dictatorship is not the good answer. Also, yeah. So this is what all participant participant questions, yeah, about the democracy and the election, yeah, from Fee, Princess, and Eliza, yeah. This is the problem, yeah, whether in the Philippines, yeah, your current president is the son of Marcos, yeah. Is that right? Yeah. This is part of the politic of dynasty, yeah. Politic of kinship. Yeah. So that is the problem. Is that a democracy? Yeah. Is that a good consolidated democracy? That's the problem. Yeah. So sometimes the leader hijack democracy. Yeah, sometimes. Yeah. I mean, sometimes the leaders, yeah, didn't adopt the political and democratic system based on the basic values of democracy, because they didn't know, yeah, because they are not graduated from the political science department. So they did, maybe they never learn on the democratic values, yeah. So they think, yeah, our leaders thinks that they can run the democracy based on his idea, yeah, even his idea is contradicted with the democracy. That is my suggestion. Is that is why we are, as a young generation, should join to the political competition. Yeah, wherever you are right now, if you have a good understanding on the democracy, yeah, You can join maybe political parties. Yeah. You can fight. Yeah. You can share your best idea inside the political parties, or maybe you are NGO activists. Yeah. You should build the good situation to build the democratic system. That is one of the best way how to to create a change, yeah, in the democratic systems, yeah. In Thailand also, yeah, Kop the Itat is like a tradition, yeah. In Thailand, yeah, there is no a leader in Thailand can finish his leadership in a good way. Always, yeah, we always found the coup, yeah, in every Thailand leadership, yeah, as uh what as the prime minister, yeah. That's why a conflict always happens in Thailand. So the all questions, yeah, regarding also with the electoral system, yeah, in one country, it depends on the national agreement, yeah, mainly inside the parliament, yeah, as a democratic institution who representatively should decide which relevant of the electoral system for its own country. So according to the video, yeah, democracy is the ideal goals, but in the implementation, it is not easy. It is not, sometimes it is contradictory with our expectations. Yeah. Freedom of expression is our expectation. A good people, yeah, democracy should create a good leaders, but in the fact, yeah, in the facts, a lot of bad leaders, a lot of corruptors, a lot of authoritarian leaders, yeah, even democracy create devils, yeah. I mean, devil is a character, yeah, not a friendly person who always always learn people, not a friendly person who always receive all critics, yeah. I don't we don't know why all most leaders is always anti-critic, yeah. They even think that he always in the right position and the opposition is always wrong. That is the problem in the democratic leaders, yeah. That is some my answer to the three latest questions. Okay, Hagi, continue maybe.
Okay, doctor, thank you for answer for the understanding answer. So maybe we are so sorry for the audiences because the time is about to run out. We'll continue for the next session. So we have finished the Q&A session. Okay, sorry for some participants whose questions have not been answered because of limited time. So thank you. So, thank you to the participants for actively
Okay.
engaging in the insightful discussion on democracy, politics, and election. Our gratitude extend to Dr. Ridho Al-Hamdi for sharing insight and shedding light on this vital topic. So, in conclusion, let us remember that politics and election are at the heart of any democratic society. Understanding the complexities and the dynamics of these processes is essential for informed decision making and the effective of the governance. Okay, so once again, a big thank you to Dr. Ridho Al-Hamdi for gracing us with his knowledge and experience. Let's give him a virtual round of applause. So with that, we conclude today's session of IGoPSS 2023. We hope you found it insightful and enriching. Stay tuned for the more engaging discussion in the upcoming event. Have a wonderful day. Until next time, and thank you and goodbye.
Okay, thank you ya.
Okay, I'm sorry, doctor. Maybe we can take some picture for this session first. Okay. Okay, guys. Maybe you can open your camera and you can pause. Okay. 1, 2, 3.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you, everyone. Goodbye. Thank you, doctor.
Yeah, goodbye ya. See you in the other occasion. Bye.
Ikaw? Kung na ikaw ang punto? Wala eh. Sige. Silabot ko kuya, ba't ano eh? Alex, nangyari na eh. Huli, ba't ano? Ay, nagsinagawa na.
Test, test. Mr. David, can you hear me?
Yes, yes. Sorry, just coming the Wi-Fi. Hello.
Okay. Okay, sir.
Are you hear me? Are
Yes,
you
sir.
hearing me?
Clearly.
All right.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, guys. We are going to begin our third session of our summer school, and our speaker already in the room, Mr. David, would be explain about state and society. Mr. David is our lecturer from IGoPSS, and Mr. David graduate from Gajah Mada University, and then he continue his master on Gajah Mada University, and then Mr. David took his master program twice in the University of Hawaii. Okay, Mr. David, I will give you an hour to you to deliver the material, and then we will have Q&A session. Without any further than, time is yours, Mr. David. Sorry, sir, but you are still on mute.
Okay, Bagas. Could you please to full screen for the PPT? Already full screen.
It's done, sir.
Okay. Good morning here in the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. Still in the morning now, right now. And in Indonesia, already afternoon, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, I'm glad to be here to see and to share my knowledge. And of course, you also could share your knowledge in this very interesting forum. And the participant, there are diverse from many different countries and also different university. Okay, maybe Bagas, could you help me to give a very brief introduction for the to me from the participant? Where are they from? And maybe a little bit talk about maybe last session or the session before this my session, right? Yeah,
Okay, sir.
just a very brief introduction
Okay,
because I don't have idea to ask them to introduce one by one.
Okay, the previous session, there was Mr. Ridho Al-Hamdi as the speaker and talk about politics and political parties. And then the participants, there are from Thailand, Philippines, mostly from Thailand and Philippines. And actually, there should be at least 50, but this is only 35, sir.
Okay, what semester, what year they are in? Like first year student or second year student? I saw 9 years old.
Several of them are master program.
Master program. Wow. No undergraduate program.
Mostly undergraduate, sir.
Mostly undergraduate. Okay, but there are some in master degree program. No? That's it, right? Okay. Yes, yeah. Thank you for your brief review, Mas Bagas. Yeah. So maybe we can introduce later during the session of QA. Maybe you have time to talk a little bit about your country, related to our topic, politics and society. Or I put my title here, State and Society, because this title put a very more concrete thing, yeah, because state mostly dealing with the society, and sometimes strong state lead to the or produce the weak society. And I don't think when the society is very strong, they will what to say make state weak. Yeah, but it is my topic, very interesting topic. All right, next slide. Okay, maybe sorry, I forgot to introduce a little bit as an additional introduction from Bagas. Yeah. So I have a bachelor from governmental science, and then twice master degree in Indonesia and also in the US. And I took political science and comparative politics, dealing with many issues like localizing democracy, social movement, until digital democracy. And of course, this thing always put the position, sometimes opposition between society and state. In many Southeast Asian countries have the same experience, like what happened in Thailand, in Indonesia, in Malaysia, Cambodia. Mostly the society dealing with the or demanding many political goods like education access, public service, healthy insurance, and so on and so forth. Because most of the developing country have difficulty to put public service as a best thing to the citizen, right? So my outline will be three part of my presentation. The first one will talk about what is politics, what we understand about politics as a science or as a practice. Yeah. Because seeing politics from different perspective might be very interesting. From the young generation or student, how they see or understand politics, and also academician, intellectual, and also from the side of politician, for example, from the side of business, from the side of oligarch ecosystem. They see different thing from a different perspective. On behalf of a very wealthiest community, maybe they see state as an instrument, state as an instrumental thing to defend their richness or to defend their resources and to control people, something like that. And the second part of my PPT will be talking about what is state and governability, because this thing are very actual, very important when we have best understanding on it, because state and governability cannot be separate each other, but the way of govern people will be challenging by many different interests from different community, like pressure group, from NGO, from civil society organization, from gender activists, from environmentalists, and so on and so forth. And the last one, my talk will be discuss about the idea of bringing state back in. So bringing state back in may be from the experience of United States of America, how they think people need more freedom rather than order or rather than control from the government. Very popular quote from the US experience. They said, the best government govern less. This is basically from the side of market, from the side of as a consequence of capitalism, because US is the, what to say, the capital or the ambassador of capitalism. So they need to practice less government or minimal. Sorry, Francis Fukuyama said, minimalist government. Yeah. So business will govern themselves. Market will put their interests first, and the government will be as a facilitator or as a jury maybe, or something like not have a very big or powerful authority to deal with the society. So you can say this is kind of libertarian value or free, it's a free society, something like that. Okay, you can hear my voice, participant. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you. Next slide, please, Bagas. Yeah, in the era of capitalism or globalization, and also the growing number of the problem of natural resources right now, I think the definition of politics very compatible when we are taking from Harold Laswell, that actually very empirical base. Yeah, Harold Laswell said, politics is about who get what, when, and how. And he add a process of determining how power and resources are distributed in a society without violence. So the mechanism of politics, sometimes we have the justice on it, but most of a regime within countries, mostly in a new democratic country, taking less attention about the issue of justice. Like what happened in Indonesia, we have a very bad experience on the modern historical of Indonesia, that create authoritarian regime, control people more or less 32 years. Yeah. And also happened in Malaysia, Singapore, Thailand, I think also, Philippines, under Marcos administration. We are mostly the same boat during the beginning of democratization period in Indonesia and beyond. I mean, mostly in Southeast Asia countries have the same experience. Even in India, in South Korea, in the beginning of democratization, that's a very successful country right now. South Korea. India may be very fluctuative, the project of democratization in that country. So the intervention of market to the politics create of competition among different actors. from government official, from civil society, from a citizen in general, general public, and also from the very aggressive actor, which is also called businessman or business society. In the political side, we distinguish political sphere into three different actors, what we call political society, and the second one civil society, and the third one is business society or market society. These three different actors, sometimes they collaborate and sometimes they put opposition each other. And what we are witnessing today, mostly the succeed collaboration happen between state and market. And the societal society, or we call civil society, or people in general, have less benefit, have less advantage to get their rights as a citizen, their right as a people to access like education service, well insurance, what else? Job opportunity, and also income distribution. Because what happened in mostly Southeast Asia countries, I would say, the gap between the have and the have-nots, or the gap between the rich and the poor, are very high, especially in Indonesia. I'm not sure in Thailand and also in Philippines, but you might talk later. But in Indonesia, based on many international survey or investigation, the gap between the rich community, 1% maybe, 1% of the all population, dominate the resources, dominate the natural resources, land, ownership, bank, financial thing, and so on and so, technology, even on media. Yeah, in Indonesia, written by a scholar from Australia. Mostly media mainstream in Indonesia already bought by or controlled by oligarch, national oligarch. Yeah. So that's the situation when we are talking about state, society, and business. The relationship between three different actors sometimes quite what to say? I would say Weberian or Hobbesian. If you are popular with Thomas Hobbes and Max Weber. On the side of Thomas Hobbes, yeah, they have a very popular what to say term, yeah, Homo homini lupus, right? How the rich again the poor, or all against all, yeah, war all against all people, like a very asymmetric war. This is a very identical what happened with capitalist society. So the competition as a normal way, and the state play insignificant role to govern people, to put justice, social justice or political justice indigenous right as the priority, for example, to mention an issue of indigenous community as well. So Hobbesian said that who the stronger take all, or the rich, I would say, in the capitalist, in the Marxian way, in the Marxist way, the rich take all. The wealthiest people as a winner take all. Take all mean very dominant to control everything, every single issue, on the issue of healthy, on the issue of education, on the issue of what's you call bagas sembako in Indonesia, sembako, like food security, always also controlled by the wealthiest community. And right now, popular in Indonesia, maybe most popular term in Indonesia right now is oligarchy business. And also they have control in formal politics as well. Yeah, this need a comparative view maybe from Thailand or Philippines. The typology of wealthier community in Indonesia, so-called oligarch, also have rule in formal politics as a politician, as a ownership of political party, for example, and so on. So they have a strong position right now. Okay. So when I am saying power, this means the ability to get other to do what you want. Yeah. The ability of oligarch or the regime to get citizen to do what they want. Yeah. For example, in the issue of natural resources in Indonesia, this gap are very obvious that the rich community control everything. They can buy police, they can buy army, military, elite to win their business, to dominate or to take over the land of indigenous people or the land of people in general. So sad actually what happened in Indonesia in the last decade. Yeah. So many conflict between state and society, and what I mean by state actually is business society. So I think Karl Marx is right then when he said state as instrument of bourgeoisie in French language, bourgeoisie in bahasa Indonesia, or the capitalist class, using state as instrument to defend their resources. And in the last of this slide, maybe we have a very important question. Why does power have to be seen as legitimate power? Why some people easy to control everything? How come? How come businessman is very easy to control resources, control forests, taking resources from the forest, exploited mining from the land of indigenous community, for example. This is what happened. Sometimes the power didn't need legitimate to do something, but the power, according to Max Weber, have or embedded on it as the domination of using force to put their interests. Yeah. Okay, next slide. Yeah, when we are back to the reference from very theoretical basis from the Max Weber, yeah, scholar, what to call a very sophisticated scholar from Germany. Max Weber also contribute to the idea of the source of legitimate power. According to Weber, he argued there are three sources of legitimate power. The first one he called given power or given legitimate, like aristocratia, the kingdom. The king produce or create the next king, right? Like what happened in my place right now. I'm temporarily staying here for 3 months in the kingdom of Saudi Arabia. Yeah, this is given power. Thailand have the same experience, mostly in Southeast Asia countries. In China, civilization, historical background, Japan. In Indonesia, we have still exists some provincial kingdom in Indonesia that still preserve their power legally, like what happened in special region in Yogyakarta. The king become appointed automatically as governor, yeah, without any election or democratic election, given power. Yeah. In the very everyday politics, maybe parents also have power controlling their son, their family. Yeah, this also in the very very authentic value of power exists within the family, even the member only 3 or 2 member of family, but the power is real. Yeah, parent controlling family, husband dominate his wife or son, and on and so on. Yeah, this empirical experience how power exists in everywhere with what we call given power. Do you think lecturer or university leader, university president have given power? Okay, next question. Maybe we can discuss later. What kind of power we have in our community? How the power distribute equally or unequally among the people, among the community? And the second one, following the idea of Max Weber, charismatic, a source of legitimate power. During revolutionary era or revolutionary period, we have experienced the leader by charismatic power. Yeah. In Indonesia, we have Soekarno and many other around him. In the history of India, they have Mahatma Gandhi. In the Philippines, I forget, maybe doctor, I forget, the revolutionary leader, Nang Yizhou, you remember? the charismatic leader from the Philippines? Doctor, I forget. Yeah, his friend of Sukarno, Sukarno's friend. I think doctor, one of the charismatic leader in the era of what to say against colonialization period. Yeah, forgot. Sorry. And in Malaysia also have many leader during the British colonialization. So charismatic leader is because of the personal value, personal what to say, like very powerful influence people. Sukarno, for example, because I know him, so I talk about Sukarno as an example. The way of doing public opinion or spreading idea throughout the speech is very powerful. So people sometimes willing to die to support the leader. Yeah, what we call nationalism idea from the charismatic leader at that time is very famous. And the last source of legitimate power, legitimate power again, I said that legitimate power means power that succeed in operating or in influencing people or doing political action. Legal formal, yeah, as a consequence of modern democratic country, legal formal is a requirement for people holding or certain people holding power. Yeah, the mechanism of legalization of power throughout the democratic election in the national level election and also in regional level, and also in Indonesia have experienced the succession of power throughout the village election, village head election. So when people have legal position as a leader, as a office holder, they're able to do what they want, right? Basically, but in a very positive way, they have to materialize their campaign promise, right? The positive thing, yeah. When they win the election, so they have to realize their promise during the campaign period. Another idea is maybe they have access to change the situation, to put the agenda like monetary policy, education policy, health policy, national budget, the mechanism of distributing power or actor in the region, for example. So many things can be done from the side of legal formal leader because they are led by law. Yeah. So legal formal can be understood as a mechanism of realizing the political agenda and change, because they have right, they have the right. Legal formal mean they have right and the right and hak dan kewajiban, the right and obligation. So it is embedded, when a certain actor have the legal formal legitimate power, they have two things, They have right as a leader to do something or not to do something. And also they have obligation to do or to create a justice in a very ideal way, create social justice, protecting people in the region, and using military as effective way to defend the security from foreign power and so on and so forth, right? All right, next slide. Yeah, I think knowledge is power also, right? So people with expertise, people with the expertise on technology, they hold power also. So on this understanding, I would say power is in everywhere, not only on the hand of president or minister or what other or military leader. Power also held by academician, by scholar, by practitioner, because they also control thing, right? Even political power need knowledge to maintain their power. The quotation from Kofi Annan, from Secretary General, the previous Secretary General of United Nations, said, "Knowledge is power, information is liberating, education is the premise of progress in every society, in every family." I think this means that knowledge is a very important base for the people, so it can be protect themselves from other power, from repressive power, right? When people have no information at all, so they will be easily to manipulate by political power. When people illiterate, they will be easy to be weakened by bad policy, or will be have no benefit from the national budget or from the natural resources and so on and so forth. So being literate or being expertise might be one of the way of people to protect themselves against the dominated power. Technology also, digital literacy, digital media. When you have media, you have power also. When you have knowledge and you are using the knowledge to empower community, empower yourself, so you will be stronger and you might be the winner in the competitive society. Next one. Okay, the next situation. Some scholar or social scientists and political scientists said right now the world is changing dramatically. Yeah, there are some scholars said the runway world. Yeah, dunia tunggang langgang in Indonesia language. And many futurists said the problem of environmental in now and on is the most danger catastrophe on earth. Yeah. So following Thomas Friedman on his book, he mentioned very powerful idea or conclusion to see what happened in the society, what happened in the global society. Yeah. So student or participant, right now we are saying we are seeing society is not a single entity. Society right now is very open. Mostly there are no real boundaries among different countries. Mostly, yeah. Even we have to have apply visa to enter the region, but actually throughout the internet, we are no need to have visa to access education information from different countries, right? You don't need to have visa to join conference in Indonesia or in the Philippines. Yeah. So borderless society. Some people said Internet of Things or society, free society, and online society, and so on and so forth. The society may be, there is extreme or very radical idea said that we don't need to have citizenship right now because netizenship have more what to say benefit maybe for certain people. I'm a citizen of Facebook, I'm citizen of Instagram, I'm citizen of Internet of Things. So I'm they making money from the internet business, creative business, and doing or selling goods to other country or doing many business throughout the internet. So sometimes they are not part of countries. They are not part of certain citizenship. Yeah. So internet remake society from different country, from different background, from different region. So there are three largest force on the planet Earth that really accelerating powerfully. The first one is technology. That's all happened during since revolutionary industry in Europe. Technologization come to the developing country. Technology introduced on many different parts of the world from European what to say civilization or from European industry or people at that time. Yeah. And then globalization, the market, the open market. Yeah. China may be one of the actor that globalize the everything, selling everything. to the world. Yeah, even some people said on the media, the economists said that China buy the world. Yeah. There is a very good headline on the magazine, international magazine. China buy the world. Yeah. China membeli dunia. That's mean that China have a very powerful on the issue of business on the global market, even on the era of internet, even on the era of revolutionary technology of information of technology, China still dominate the market. Yeah. So globalization, yeah, maybe the experience of Southeast Asia's country or society have less benefit from the globalization because mostly Southeast Asia countries only as a consumer rather than producer, right? Mostly. But Thailand maybe have competitiveness on the issue of tourism and the medicine. Yeah. Indonesia maybe have the competitiveness, but it is not competitiveness, I think. Natural resources that create bad business or black business exploitation or extractive economy. Yeah. That's create many different problem on ecological issue. And the last one, the largest force on the planet, Friedman said, is climate change. Yeah. Climate change as other power. Sometimes it cannot be controlled by people. Yeah. When the weather, when the air more hotter, people can live maybe, and many biodiversity will be vanished from the climate change situation. There are many disasters to the land, to the forest, to the food security, and also health issue, creating new pandemic. So this will be a very dramatical change within society. As an experience, we have COVID-19, right? That clearly from the zoonosis thing, yeah, from the forest habitat to the human habitat, something like that, yeah. That's very, very, very trouble, very, very dangerous society in general. That's climate change. Yeah. It happened anytime. It happened without waiting the readiness of us all. Like war, yeah. But war of the natural war against the natural tendencies because of people access, because of people effect also, right? Because people deforestation, because people burning forests, because people creating dramatic number of waste on earth, right? So many issues on the issue. Also energy, yeah. Also energy security also can be challenging by natural situation or climate change. Next one. How about time, Bagas? Running out?
We still have 15 minutes, sir.
15 minutes. Wow, 15 minutes. Too fast. Okay, and the last, no, I don't think this last. while we have a very what to say, very challenging issues as a state, as a government, as a civil society, of course, we need more capacity from our government side, from NGO side, from civil society activists, from academician, to work hand in hand to dealing with the problem, as I mentioned before. Yeah, technology, globalization, security, food security, climate change, stunting. What else? Agrarian conflict, human right conflict, human right trafficking, human trafficking, I mean, and all and so on and so forth. We have many problems right now. Okay, so what we are going to do is to make our government more effective to govern problem, to govern people, to govern issues, to govern resources. We need people more smart because the situation today in Indonesia, I will not mention Thailand and Philippines, the smartphone but stupid people, something like that. But not from me, yeah. Their phone or cell phone is very smart, Android, but the people getting worse on the intelligent or getting more stupid because they hold the smartphone. They're asking everything on Google, not remembering something. they lost memory because they believe Google will have everything. Google provide everything what we are want, what we want, yeah. So on the issue of governability or government capability, governability is two term become one term, yeah? Governance and ability, or government and capability. So this is quite different idea from the US people or libertarian people on the US, that they don't think the best government govern more. In opposite way, they say the best government govern less. So people govern themselves, mean freedom as the more important compared to the order or what to say, law, yeah, order and law. Because people are not willing to judge by any other power, right? This is typical of freedom society or free society or capitalist society or market society, right? We as a Southeast or Asian culture, sometimes we need a strong leader, right? Sometimes we easy to accept authoritarian leader. Yeah, this is very empirical thing. This is not hoax, yeah, because in Indonesia we have Suharto, Philippines we have Marcos, in Thailand I forgot but the kingdom maybe, yeah, the power of the king. Malaysia under Mahathir, Singapore under Lee Kuan Yew, they are governed very long term, yeah, in the very long term, 30 years old, 25 years, and so on. Yeah, this typical Southeast Asia or ASEAN countries, in Japan also, in Hong Kong, in Korea, South Korea. So we have what Mahbubani, the professor from Lee Kuan Yew School, Singapore. Mahbubani said, this is the ASEAN value. ASEAN value is different with Western value. Western value need freedom. ASEAN value need order. Yeah, order above freedom is ASEAN value. In the Western value, freedom above order. Freedom is the put in the first place. Yeah, freedom. Okay, so from the governability theoretical base, there are many political scientists create this theoretical framework, what we call governability, like Robert Rochbeck. They distinguish at least 4 different countries or 4 different government. The first one, strong state or strong government, weak state or weak government, failed state or failing state, or failed government, and the worst one is collapse state. Collapse state means the state is bubar. The destatization like Bosnia. Apa Bagas, saya jadi lupa bahasa Inggrisnya, menghilang itu, bubar itu. Collapse, disappear. The state of the government was disappear like Bosnia. What else? I forget. In many small country in Europe also disappear. Yeah. Not because of natural resources, yeah. Not because of natural disaster, but because of the not effective government or the problem of management of government. And also, Francis Fukuyama write the very small book but very powerful, State Building. The title of the book is State Building. He said the effective or the power of the state is not depend on the territorial because of not the large of territorial they have, but the scope of the power. Yeah. When we are comparing this thing, maybe Singapore compared to Indonesia, or Singapore compared to Thailand, compared to Philippines. Yeah, Singapore is very small country, but the powerful financial and more stable in the political affair. So this thing, and also the power of the state or the power of the government is not depend on the all or the all of the government. For example, Egypt is very old country, very old state. Yunani or Greece, yeah, but they are getting poor, right? Getting poorer. But China still exists as an all state or all government, yeah, as a financial, powerful, and also on military issue. So Francis Fukuyama maybe fail to generalize in every situation on the earth, but maybe the idea of effective government, minimalist state or state building putting government more powerful to create new social justice or new prosperity for the people, maybe still very, very important idea. Okay, next one. Okay, actually we have internet access, but we will have no time to take. But if Bagas can open the link, I think will be good, yeah, because this tooling is very important to understand the situation of state on the world, yeah, the situation of the countries in every single countries in the world. Maybe the first one you might open what population review to see what kind of country we are in, yeah. Maybe copy paste. So failed state or strong state, mostly the indicator is about the security, food security, public service, what else? Financial, monetary security. Yeah. Okay, might be open, and we are putting Indonesia or Philippines or Thailand. What's the situation of failed state index? Open on website.
Okay, sir. Wait.
All right. Cannot open. What population? Okay, just put your cursor in Indonesia map. Indonesia. Okay, and the situation warning. Yeah. Warning mean, yeah, warning, yeah. Warning mean maybe it has potential to fail state. Yeah. Warning because of the security, because of the lack of food security, the lack of human right law enforcement, financial issue, bank debt, global debt, and so on. How about Malaysia? What situation Malaysia? Stable? Wow, better than Indonesia. Stable. Category stable, yeah. The score is for 56.4. How about Thailand? See Thailand? Thailand, elevated warning. Wow. I don't know what happened, but this just the perspective on the survey, yeah, from this institution. Thailand elevated warning mean worse than Indonesia. How about Philippines? Philippines. High warning. Wow. We have different, yeah. Thailand, Philippines, Indonesia. Most are on warning category, yeah, but elevated and high warning. Yeah, what happened on the region? You may read carefully on this website and look at on the methodology, the category, indicator, and so on and so forth. So you create new understanding on your countries. Okay, another website. The next website. fragile state index. Yeah, fragile means easy to break. Yeah, easy to break out. What the situation of fragile state, yeah. Failed state and fragile state. When the state have category as a fragile state, maybe running to what to call a failed state. Yeah, let's see Thailand, Philippines, Indonesia, Southeast Asia countries. Somalia is very danger situation. Somalia, war, civil war every day. Yemen, Sudan, on the Africa. Yeah. Okay, looking take my list is sorry, Indonesia, Thailand, Philippines under what the situation actually. Indonesia. Okay. Skornya Thailand 991, Indonesia. Oh, better Thailand than Indonesia, right? The fragile. Indonesia more fragile than Thailand, based on that. Namla, yeah, index. Okay, how about Philippines? Again, after you see this website, you might take time after this talk. Maybe you might learn more to the idea of survey and the methodology, and what do you think about this result of the data, the index? Philippines already? Yeah. Nothing? Philippines? Oh, much more better Philippines. Ranking 61. Okay, thank you. Back to PowerPoint. Thank you, Bagas, for your help. I hope this index maybe provide new view, new insight to us as a academician or as a student to pay attention about the global situation or the global dynamic among different country, because when we experience our neighborhood country become collapse state, of course they will influence our domestic situation. Yeah, if there is war in Indonesia, Philippines also have the problem because of the war, right? So the regional security can be handled by cooperative working group, by what to say, multi or regional cooperation like ASEAN, like Asia, and so on and so forth. This is what happened in the Europe as well. They also need group to defend, to create political bargaining on the international forum, for example. Okay, next slide. Indicator. Yeah, indicator of failed state. I am very quicker. The first one is decreasing ability to defend national boundaries. It is mostly about security, yeah. And then among the army, army military force. And the second one, decrease ability to police its territory. The same issue on facing foreign power, yeah. The third one, decrease public service. The bad public service, the worst public service, create failed state, yeah. So the government cannot pay their ASN, fail to pay their debt, fail to provide health service, education service, and so on and so forth. And then decreasing on its economic stability. Yes? Wow. Okay, I continue. Decreasing economic stability, I think I already talked about this one. Decreasing legitimacy, yeah. Back to the idea of legitimate power, yeah. So maybe people don't believe on the leader. There is like in Indonesia mostly tidak percaya terhadap negara or opposition, the spreading of opposition against the legitimate power or country leader or government. The next one, the next slide, please. Running time. Yeah. Okay, this very important book you can access freely on internet, PDF or ebook. Yeah, very influential book I had read in during last 1 decade. Yeah, Acemoglu and Robinson provide a very powerful argument to distinguish between country with prosperity and country or state with the problem of poverty. Why they succeed to create prosperity for the population? Acemoglu and Robinson argue. The first one is about the inclusive political economy. Yeah. Inclusive political economy policy, create inclusive institution, create incentive, create effective government, create accountable government, securing private property right, and also taking care of the population or citizen. And another side, country or state with bad result on the prosperity or create bad policy, they call extractive political economy. Extractive mean the country that really depend on the natural resources to support their country. Maybe it happened in many African country. Maybe a little bit happen also in Indonesia. Extractive industry, mining, and also deforestation policy create a problem of poverty within the region, right? There are many investigation or survey in eastern part of Indonesia. The biggest industry extractive exists or operate in the region, the poverty also getting worse within the region. So this is some scholars, political science scholar, Auntie call this what they call the paradox of plenty, the resource curse. Yeah. kutukan sumber daya, or the paradox of plenty. When the government manage the resources with a very bad and less effective, this create corrupt behavior. This create illegal create bad law enforcement because of the oligarch interests. The government only get a very little benefit from the natural resources that's extracted by business society or oligarch community. I think that's all for my sharing of the knowledge related to the government. From the state, politics, and also society. Maybe we still have time to little bit talk, but yeah, I'm just have a very brief sharing actually, not really systematic way, but I'm happy to meet you all here to share my little knowledge as appreciation for this forum, because right now I am in Saudi Arabia, and we have 4 hours late than Indonesia or Southeast Asia countries in general.
Okay, thank you, Mr. David.
Thank you, Bagas. Thank you all.
This is because we are running out of time, and maybe I only give the opportunities for 2 participants only to give their question. The first is from Harvey.
Hello, could I be heard? Okay, I think I could be heard. My name is Harvey Vertulfo from the University of the Visayas. Forgive me for the lack of a better term, Sir Effendi, but would you call it stupid for people to vote for their security over freedom? Because people usually tend to favor authoritarianism when it guarantees them security, stability, and prosperity, especially when a politician promises all those. I've seen examples like in, I think, El Salvador, where a politician was able to restrict almost all drug crime in the city. Then he became the president, and then he was able to apply the same system towards everyone. But now there's already a debate about whether his moves are authoritarian or not. Also in the Philippines, where Duterte was once a mayor, he ran for mayor for around almost 20 years, and then when he became president, all his achievements in his city, he tried to apply it to the rest of the country. So back to my question, would it be stupid if people vote for their security rather than their freedom or liberty? That's all.
Wow, very tricky question from Harvey Vertuflo. Yeah, I would not to say stupid for this voters. Yeah, because the value of the community is quite different each other. So the idea of democracy on other side maybe is Western value in more liberal way, but in the Southeast Asia or Asia in general, seeing the leader is quite different. Even the concept of the power a little bit different among different country or community. Maybe in the Western value as a democratic value or liberal democratic value, legal formal is most important to distinguish or to demarcate, to keep border between illegal power and legal power is very important issue. Yeah, on the Western way. In Southeast Asia, we have a long experience that powerful leader is not chosen under the election until the one vote, one value, like in election in the modern time right now in the democratic way. But leader can be chosen by people directly by the cultural idea of power or by the charismatic way, right? So it's not about the issue of stupid or not. Sometimes it's about the value itself. People feeling happy under the authoritarian regime, what the Western said. But the people in Indonesia under Suharto, most of them also happy, right? Under the authoritarian regime. Maybe it also happened in the Philippines, Malaysia, Singapore, in the very same time. So, feeling secure, feeling the right is protected by the government is the value as well. So, the different value on the side of liberal democracy and Soekarno in Indonesia said demokrasi ketimuran or maybe the in English maybe the local democracy value. So not everything follow the value of Western or anti-Westernization. We still in Indonesia have Islamization value. In Japan, maybe Shinto value. In China, Confucianism value. In Thailand, also have I don't know exactly the. I think in Thailand I have the idea. I often hear the idea about the sufficient economy, for example. This kind of very important, very distinguished idea compared to Western value. Yeah, sufficient economy is like in Indonesia maybe we have apa ya, ekonomi berkecukupan atau ekonomi gotong royong. Ya. The same idea. It means we are not following Western ansih, yeah. Not taking for granted what happened in the Western idea of power as an ideal type of governing people, right? Okay, and yeah, people tend to favor authoritarian is clearly exists in many different ways. Yeah, I would say, yeah. Many people love Prabowo, right? Prabowo is face of military, yeah, close to authoritarianism, basically, the value, right? Duterte maybe there are many million number maybe follow Duterte or Marcos family. The last one.
Can I follow up first?
Okay.
Or okay, so would it be that the indexes you've shown has some inaccuracies because they may not have taken into account the values of the respective countries?
Sorry.
Okay.
Repeat again.
Could it be that the indexes shown a while ago may have slight inaccuracies because they do not take into account the culture of democracy within those places?
So?
Yeah, the indexes may not have taken into account what kind of culture such countries are, thus I'm assuming there is a slight inaccuracy with the indexes shown on the presentation, like
Okay.
the freedom indexes, etc.
Sure. Okay, good. Yeah. I think the problem of indexing in the very global is actually is impossible, yeah, to put a very general indicator. Of course, this have limitation, yeah. We always, during all the time, we always criticize some index, even why some country put on the class of developing, some country advanced country, and then lower income country, and many other label or category, right? Yeah, it is good. I think it is a best way to criticize such kind of indexing. Of course, we can even index democracy. I also criticize the idea of indicator, because different country, different social ecosystem, different value of money itself. For example, people in many Southeast Asia country cannot be valued by the money ownership or financial issue as a symbol of prosperity, but the social cohesion, social capital, working together, helping each other is source of happiness, source of prosperity itself, on the idea of uh, yeah happy or feeling secure, something like that. So I agree with Harvey to put also critical thing toward the idea of indexing. Yeah, sure. Yeah, that's idea. You may write paper to criticize the index, because all during all the time in Southeast Asia country also have better quotation on the index based on Western value, right? Except Singapore. Singapore is Western on the South Asia country. Western value on many idea like marketplace and the idea of business, liberal business, and so on. Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Vertulo. Yeah, I support you to criticize the investigation from the Western side. Yeah. Okay.
Okay, thank you,
One more.
Mr. David and Harvey. I'm sorry, sir, but actually we are really running out of time. I think we need to end this session with only one question. And before I
Okay.
end, I have several points that I got. The first is politics could be seen as a process of determining a power without a violence to society. At the practice, for example, in Indonesia had a bad experience at the New Order era because the government used its politic power to earn its goals. And the second is politics also could be seen as a power to others to do what we want. Politics as a power also could be described as a power to make a decision making and giving an order. In Indonesia, decision making and the decision makers have several actors such as government, society, and private sector because Indonesia is a democratic country. And the third is there are several forms of the state such as strong state, weak state, failed state, and collapsed state. Those are based how the government use their politics power to manage the country. Okay, and I also need to all the participants to open the camera because we need to take a picture for this end of the session. On my mark, everyone smile. 3, 2, 1. Next slide. 3, 2, 1. Okay, thank you everyone, and thank you, Mr. David.
Thank you,
For
everyone.
that
I
session.
hope we can meet in face-to-face in the next future in Thailand or Philippines. Yeah, I have conference in the next year in Thailand. Maybe we can, maybe we can meet up over there. Thank you. Thank you,
Okay, thank you,
everybody.
sir. Okay,
Thank you and congratulations for your forum.
Okay, thank you.
Thank
And I
you.
will
Take
end
care of
with
you.